Yo, 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 here we are. Here we finally got there. Oh, what a palaver. If you'd seen the running around that I'd been doing to get this far, you'd thank me this much out of a possible that much, which makes this much better than church people. I'm going to play a little bit of music while I go and sort out some water, get a Picari sweat on, put a little comb through my hair. Where's my comb? Where's me fox shell comb? See what I did? We're gonna have an absolute beauty today. Little bit of a trigger warning, little bit of content warning. There is going to be a bit of sauce in tonight's show, but I'm sure you'll be all right. I'll make sure it's only 2.5 minutes long. That should see most of you out of trouble. Oh, cheeky boy. So you know how it works. Couple of minutes of music. I'll sort myself out a bit, and then we'll get on it, and we will save the world. Well, the bit's worth saving, which is quite a lot of it. So, of course, we have to do that again because I didn't do the audio, which is always lovely. So lovely to see you for the Friday afternoon sessions. Here we go, people. I'll see you in minutes 2. Okay? Is that acceptable? Can we deal with that? Absolutely wonderful. Make sure the old crammer's all sorted, so I'm all covered up and that. Whoa! Just make sure we're all. Whoa! I said there was going to be a bit of sauce. Whoa! A little bit of sauce going on in today's video, didn't I? Whoa! Whoa! Right, I'll see you in a minute. Oh, I've dropped the water. The water's broken. Got out of the way, though. The car is wet. Come on, son. Get it out. Wash the hands. Flush the old chain. Put that around it. Is that music still playing? Yeah, good. Still on time. Haven't run over at all or anything. That's always good. To make up for being late, it's time for a silly walk. All the world. Oh, good Lord, the end music started. What the fucking hell is going on? Someone give me some fucking sense around here. It just used to be so easy to do this stuff. I don't know what am I going to do? It's what you want on a Friday afternoon, isn't you? Because it is now the weekend. Cheers. Would appear that I couldn't be bothered to walk to the toilet last night. Only pulling your pillocks. There's nothing wrong with drinking your own wee. Let me just fill another one of those up. Not like that. I meant like this. Enjoy the arse, enjoy the arse. Okay. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about today. I've got some of the weirdest clips I'm ever gonna show on this channel. What's that? It's one of them. Sorry, Horus. Stop it. Right, quit that. What do I need to do? Twitch. Twitcheroonie. Did I tell you Twitch sent me £67? $67 for about 9 months. Ever since I've been on Twitch, they give me $67. I ain't complaining. I didn't write to them and say, "What's that for? Why are you giving that to me?" And then someone told me that you have to see people have to watch an advert. Marzipan's over on Twitchy Woo Woo. So's Rags, good old Rags. Lovely to see the pair of you over there, getting to know each other. Can we crowdfund a drive to get the mirror wipe down? I mean, what are we talking about here? I mean, some kind of lesbianic. Listen, I'm just waiting to get hold of some vinegar and newspaper. And then I will do it. Don't worry. It's not as bad as it looks. It's worse. So I will certainly get that sorted out. Rags, I have seen the videos you've been posting, but I've got a list of videos because I do want to see them. I've got a list of videos. It's in the hundreds that people have sent me. So sometimes I can tell. Oh, hang on a minute, that one. Sometimes I can tell that they're relevant to the kind of things that we're talking about, and they're definitely worth a pop. So let me sort out Twitch, and then we get the grift on. People, no streams tomorrow. There will be no Saturday morning stream. There will be no Saturday evening stream. 10 points to the first person in the glorious House of Scrubs to tell me we'll just let it go. Acceptance. I get it. Here's a promise. I'll have that mirror cleaned by Sunday. I promise you. That's very kind of you, JC. Very kind of you. There you go. Kieran nailed it. Yeah, the missus is coming over tomorrow. She's moved into her new house, and I love these streams. I love each and every one of you. I love the amount of people we've got clean or cleaner whose lives have changed. I love the fact that we've put people together in real life who have been helping each other out. I love the fact that we, not me, that we have created a community and that we've become a collective, and that makes us stronger than when we were individuals. That's a fact. And I can prove that on so many levels. I could give you countless examples. I don't need to because most of you know it. So, Hadsack, if you want to go that route, I mean, I wasn't going to say that, but I had been thinking it for sure. But think about it like this, right? No, that's fair, IP Freely. I get that I don't have to explain it. And yes, Moslab, thank you. But part of doing something like this does mean sacrificing. I sacrifice time that I could be running my business and making a lot of money. But it's because it's not all about money. It's about community, and it's about what we do here. My business hasn't got anyone clean. But think of it from my real life point of view. Every time my missus comes over, because I do this 2 streams, 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month, 12 months a year. So if my missus comes over for the day, let's say she gets here at midday, we can't commit to anything. because at 3 o'clock, I'm going to do an hour and a half stream, which is going to need an hour in advance, getting the graphics ready, getting some videos sorted. So then we're going to lose 4 hours in the middle of the day. Then whatever we do in the evening, that's going to get interrupted about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock our time. It's like now it's 20 past 11. So I'm just explaining to you, you know, and she's such a love. She's such a love. She's never complained. She doesn't say, oh, are you doing a stream? She never says that. She says, are you streaming? Just so that she can, you know, work out how to work around it. She's such a love. But she doesn't know that I'm not doing any tomorrow. And I've already spoken to her, and I said to her, darling, I said, come over at about 10. Let's get up early. There's a couple of things I want to show you, and there are a couple of things I want to show her. There's a few things I've found out. A few things I've found. So she's in for a real treat tomorrow, and so I won't be doing any streams tomorrow. So apologies. I know I don't have to explain that. I know you're all ultra cool, and you all really are super cool. But you know, I wanted to tell you rather than you know, set your alarm or something or wake up and then you just think, why didn't you say anything? So I'll be back Sunday, and I'll probably do couple of hours in the morning and a couple of hours in the evening to make up for it. But tomorrow we're going to have an old day. I might take her to the cinema. The cinema is a private cinema. There's only like 6 booths in there. The chairs rumble. It's got 3D sound. So when a plane comes across, the noise goes across your top. So across your top. So that's excellent. So I'll sort out the grift now. The three stream, single stream grift, I like to call it. The 3-in-1. So whatever you'd usually donate, just times it by 3. And no, you know, the maths will work it out for itself. Leaden has already dropped one, you cheeky little Leaden. I hope Leaden is getting more content made. He makes a lovely bit of footage. Makes a lovely bit of content, does Leaden. Leaden says, as promised, I'll do what I said. And we won't be doing this next week. All the entropies will be going straight on the screen like the super chats. So that's good. I think that'll inspire people to do more. Well, let's just get the grift sorted first. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can support this fantastic channel by using the super chat feature, which is the $ just down there. Sensual mantis today. Lover's mantis. It's weird how it can go from a lover's mantis to just a bunk up in an alleyway. Anyway, the $ down there is your super chat. Alternatively and preferably, you can use entropy. There's the entropy link. I've just put it in the chat. Sensual mantis was lovely, wasn't it? Thank you. There's the entropy link. Entropy is better because they take half as much tax off of me than Susan and her other fools, and you don't give YouTube anything if you use entropy. If you need to get the entropy link off me later, you can, or it's in the description of this video. I do, you know, if you can't use entropy and super chats is your thing, I am also very grateful for that. So as an example, Packer, just enjoy yourselves. Tell her Scrub say hello. Barton, chicken nutty sartan. Brian Ravenscross. Here it comes, Brian's. Oh, you catching it, Brian? Catching it, Brian? Back, pedal back. Gotcha. Nice. Supporting is good. Have a nice day off tomorrow. Supporting is good. What a wonderful sentiment that is. Much of the animals and the song of the vacuum. Thank you, Brian, for the cockle. And supporting is good. And I will have a nice day off tomorrow. It will be, dare I, what is it when you go back to a previous life? What is it when they say you go, what's the word when you go back to a previous life? Dare I? Come on, someone knows. It's not only used in that context. They regress. Dare I regress to a bit of Italian, Brian, but really, mucho appreciato. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. I had to delete this morning's video as well. It was too spicy. And I know people are like, what? And I had to get rid of one yesterday. But better to lose one video than lose one channel. JD Solway said, reincarnation. Picking Gaz also said, reminiscing. But thank you very much, Brian. Thank you very much for that. I think we lost a couple en route there. And thank you very much, Packer. And I'm sure if I'm not... don't you call me deleter field again. There'll be problems. I'm trying to think of a better one, actually. Danger Rays. Don't call me Danger Rays again. Oh, hey, that's where the other one was. Lovely. Oh, my good Lord, the cheeky bugger. Well, what we can do the four of them together. Oh, some kind of cheeky foursome. It's only cheeky when it's fiction, by the way. Okay, so just quickly, people, just because we had a couple of them. Hello, me in it. I don't know who you people are half the time. Oh, you're on Twitch. That's why you're not Mouse Cat. Cell phone? No, me docs. I should open a dry cleaners. You should shut your wet mouth. Right. Like to check in with Al every now and then. Make sure he's doing all right. Oh, you're good. That's all right. Whatever that. Al. What Al? What Al could it be? I don't know. Who knows? Cell phone. All right, Rusky. Cell phone. Why has someone else said cell phone? What's happening to my cell phone? Okay. Right, hang on a minute. Hello, Wriggle, you little cheeky rigs. Okay, I just want to show you this. And then we can get into the meat. Culture. Oh, hang on. Culture, Ravenscross, Packer. Leaden. So Leaden says, my free share arrived a couple of hours ago. Here's how much it was worth when it dropped. There's no Leaden. I don't know how much that is. You've got like a weird... I've never really worked out why some super chats are like that. You've got that on the go. What's that? Is that 20 quid an apple core? So that didn't help. And Culture said, day off with the missus, absolutely lovely. Someone's getting a pang tomorrow. I will not have the making of love between me and my girlfriend referred to as a pang. You should know by now. It's a pang, 2021. Got it wrong myself. Thank you, Culture. Thank you, Leaden and Packer and Mr. Ravenscroft. That's all very kind of you. Rare to get up to minimum wage so quickly. After tax, not so much, but lovely. Very kind. Right, now. Culture said, those are the entropy chats that are placed when you're offline. Oh, what? That weird little thing. Okay, that's interesting. Nice one, Culture. But I am going to sort it out so that much like the super chats, you make a donation, it will come up on the screen and it will say some silly word like, oh my God, you've made a donation. Really annoying. So I won't have something like that. But, it'll be much better than me having to do this workaround. But I just think people should get there. You know, I want to encourage people to use entropy over giving Susan money. I just simply do. And they take half as much tax. You know, I think entropy take an acceptable amount of tax, but YouTube, I think they take the piss. Hadsack says, what is free trade? Have you got a link, please? Yeah, send me an email, chris@chrisdangerfield.com, and in the subject put free trade. You sign up using my link, me and you will get a free share, chosen at random between £3 worth and 200 quid's worth. And it's true. In the community, for Fartentay, 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 Fartentay. Thank you. Some people have reported some. I've had a couple over 20 quid, so nice. So Hadsack, email me, chris@chrisdangerfield.com. But you've got to sign up. It costs you £3 a week. What month? But they don't take any commission off you. And if you use your ISA, you don't pay any income tax on free trade. And free trade did not do what Robin had done. Free trade got screwed by their FX people, their foreign exchange people. So it's a different kettle of fish. So there you go. And we've had about 60 scrubs sign up. And we will be doing free trade once a month investor streams where all the people on free trade get together. And listen, scrubs, all of the scrubs that have signed up to free trade, you've now got your free trade link. So you can now give that to your friends. And if they use your link, Tupperware is not what it once was. You can send them your link and then you'll both get shares. So, lovely. Lovely. Bunny Shonis, medium frequency fun. Yeah, mix it up a bit. When shall we three meet again? And the weird thing about Macbeth is, I don't know if we ever found out. It's the opening gambit of the play. When shall we three meet again? And I was left hanging. I mean, there she was, Lady Macbeth washing her hands, the murderous witch. And, blokes hid behind trees when trees from Dunstanane do wherever go. But when are they going to meet again? I don't know. Kind of writer is Shakespeare anyway. Bit slack if you ask me. Slack. Don't they meet later in the play? Yeah, but they don't tell me, do they? One of them actually was Grotbags, or Grotmags, as we all know her. The other one was a poo jar, and the third witch was Kate Smurthwaite. I mean, a lot of people don't know that about Shakespeare. I mean, he was kind of psychic. He was clairvoyant. Not the clairvoyant who was in my class at school. The three witches from Macbeth is... I can't even remember what I fucking said. Go and have a laugh with me. Right, here we go. Ian Meyer had 3 fishing calls yesterday. Could not get the Canuck to phone me back on mobile. I would have tortured him with my answers. Yeah, there's ways and means, and you don't mean to... Way Curds and Way and Little Miss Muffet. Alistair Crowley, if that is your real name. There's another scene with the witches later in the play. So yeah, but they didn't answer. Look, I think Shakey's going to be all right. I mean, they're the same person, right? Shakespeare and Shaking Stevens. I haven't just got that wrong, right? They're the same people. A Midsummer Night's Green Door, of course. There you go. Romeo and Julie is another classic, of course. Yeah. So the best. Lady Macbeth likes to party. Well, until she, picking gas, Chrissy, I've got them. We'll deal with them when a couple more come in so that I don't have to, you know what I mean. Don't have to keep saying it. Right, here we go. I want to talk about censorship. Well, when we are thinking about being black-pilled, which we don't do it here, we don't do black pills here because it's doing the work of the enemy amongst our soldiers, and I'm not interested. But when we look at censorship, when we look at, well, weirdly, while we're on the subject of free trade, that was a form of censorship. That was a form of censorship. The small man in the street realised that they could play the same game as the hedge funders. They pulled the rug out from under the multi-billion-dollar hedge funds, and everyone bought in, and everyone was sitting there. I was doing the maths. I was looking at earning about 50, 60 foul off my £500 investment. And I thought, lovely. And then next day, no, you can't buy. You haven't got access to that. That's been censored. You're not allowed in. That's information you can't deal with. They can. They're allowed to get involved. They're not censored. There's no censorship for them. And when we think of censorship as in big tech, you know, before it used to be, oh no, you said hate speech. Get rid of that. Oh no, you attacked a protected group. Well, can't do that. But then with the Parler thing, it was just like, nah, we don't want you talking anymore. That is desperate. And then when we look at the banning the president of the United States, nah, go on. You're not allowed on our platform because you haven't broken any rules or anything, but we don't want you talking about stuff. Apparently, you created riots. I mean, the Democrats burning down the whole of the United States for the previous 12 months. You know, the Democrats and the mayor of Portland fully supporting a nation within a nation. Remember Chaz? You know, where the 3-year-old girl got shot in the face and there was rapes and murders and the Democrats were supporting them. That you know, that's slightly different because it's a bit exciting and they had fireworks and tie-dyed T-shirts. But we shouldn't be black-pilled about censorship. We shouldn't be black-pilled about them scraping Parler off the face of the internet. We shouldn't be black-pilled about them going after BitChute. We shouldn't be black-pilled about them about the Times saying I was a teenage Nazi groomer. We should actually do a bit of the old the art of war. We should look at them and think, is that the best you've got? Dear opposition, is that the best you've got at this stage? Is that how is this your strategy? Because a strategy is a long-term project made up of tactics. And if your strategy is just to silence people, and let's not forget, in the modern information age, in the modern communication age, it's not actually silencing anyone. It's just making it a bit more difficult for them. Because as soon as you censor someone here, they just find another platform. And then they say their stuff there. You know, it's like people keep saying to me, well, they've silenced so-and-so, they silenced so-and-so, they silenced Alex Jones. Well, that's weird because I was listening to Alex Jones talking for 3 hours the other day with Paul Joseph Watson. Didn't seem very silenced to me. Yeah, but he's only got 300,000 viewers now. He used to have 5 million. They're symbolic. The numbers are symbolic. How many people here subscribe to channels you no longer watch? Give me a 1 in the chat if you subscribe to channels on YouTube that you no longer watch. And I bet there's about 5 or 6 channels you still subscribe to that you just don't watch. Even when they keep coming up in your suggestions when you press subscriptions. How many people here subscribe to channels they don't watch? There you go. These numbers are largely symbolic because it's hassle. It's hassle deleting someone. Oh, let's go over to all the people I watch. Oh, delete. Are you sure? Go back here. Press this. Do that. What? Nah, fuck it. Hardly matters. So those numbers are largely symbolic. Look, Clark makes a point, and I think there's probably a lot of people like you. You know, and look, that's many, many, many ones, and that's, you know, there's 250 people watching this, and you know, it's the usual suspects who do the talking in the chat, and I'd say probably 60-70% of them. Zen has a cull every month in between talking to his OCD psychologist, but you know, so my point being, those numbers are largely symbolic. When Dan, the iconoclast, had like 250,000 subscribers, and then he got booted off of YouTube and went to BitChute. I mean, it never came to fruition because he was going through some changes in his life, and that's understandable and fair. But his BitChute channel only clocked up about 30,000 subscribers, and people were going, "Oh, look, he's lost 170,000." Yeah, he's lost 170,000 people who don't watch his videos. And when you look at Dave Cullen, and when you look at Styx, and when you look at these big channels that get yeeted off YouTube or don't even get yeeted off YouTube, and they end up on other platforms, and people are like, yeah, but he used to have 1 million subs, and now he's only got 100,000. Yeah, they're the ones who watch him. So it's largely symbolic. So it's a myth anyway. And that makes it even more pathetic. That makes this even more of a white pill. Because when I'm sitting back looking at these bastards, when I'm seeing them lying, when I'm seeing what they done with the Robin Hood thing, and they blatantly lied, all they could do was try and spin it, was try and censor it. And spin is a form of censorship, rather than tell the truth, because the truth was the small man finally had the technology, had the collectivization, and had the brain power to do to the hedge funds what the hedge funds had been doing to them. So they did it. And then suddenly the hedge funds went, oh, I don't know about this. Hang on, we've been having this racket going for years. No. The first thing that happened was you weren't allowed to buy the shares that you needed to buy, which meant they could buy them all, which meant they didn't lose so much money. Second thing was it was spun as a load of spurgs. 4chan was mentioned. 4chan, you know, the hacker known as 4chan. You know, 4chan and Reddit, oh, they'd have a lovely party together. Can you imagine? Hey, are you going to the 4chan and Reddit party? Yeah, I might. What side's the 4chan? Do I turn left or right when I get in? Redditors are mainly lefties. They're mainly lefties. And they're being sold down the river now as white supremacists. This whole Wall Street market elitism, where everyone was doing the same racket, they just lied. They lied. And now and they spun it as fucking white supremacy. It's like, what? You're now calling left-wing computer nerds white supremacists, even though everyone knows what's going on. I even had lunch with a mate today, and I said to him, he said, what have you been up to? And I said, well, the big thing this week was the GameStop thing. And he went, yeah, he said, I saw that. He said, can you just confirm what happened? He went, they got called out, and so they changed the rules. I went, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, that's it. They changed the rules to stop the man in the street making money. Yeah. And this geezer has nothing to do with all that sort of stuff. So everyone knows what they've done, and they just lied. And so, again, I'm looking at these people, I'm thinking, these are your fucking weapons, are they? This is your big play. This is your censorship. This is what you say. You can't go on YouTube. All right, well, I'll go on D-Live. You can't go on D-Live. All right, I'll go on Rumble. You can't go on Rumble. All right, then I'll set up my own server. You can't set up your own server. All right, then I'll go on Gab. They've got their own servers. This is their play. This is their Agincourt. They're hoping that it's going to rain. And it ain't. They're hoping it's going to rain bullshit. And it isn't. Because nature's involved in the weather and it's going to rain truth. And so this isn't a black pill. All this stuff is massive, massive white pills. These people are just so out of their depth. I've said this for the last few weeks. Nice one, Tuscan 666. Lovely to have you on the firm. You've joined a wonderful Scrubs Elite, which is now about 170 people. Respect. Brilliant to have you on. So their play is pathetic. And now I'm going to talk about something that's related. Hang on a minute. That's very nice. That's very nice to see Moslab saying hello to Mrs. Me in It. Mrs. Me in It. What a lovely, lovely lady. I'll take that no matter what. I'll take that. And so this is what this is their big play. They do stuff in front of everyone. I mean, look at the Fried Erection. Look at the Fried Erection. The most popular president ever. More votes than Obama. I mean, I didn't see many people at his rallies. I'll say rallies, that's plural. I didn't see many people at his rally. Well, actually, tell a lie, I saw more Trump supporters at his rally. I didn't see much campaigning. I saw a lot of things that made me think, hang on, that looks a little bit dodge. I saw a lot of stuff that was not hidden in plain sight. It was exposed in plain sight. And then they just said, no, you're lying, you can't talk about it. Talk about it and you get shut up, you get yeeted. That's it. That's their game, is it? Now, there's a reason. There's a reason I've just spent 30 minutes summarizing censorship. We've got it working with the fight. We've got it working with the markets. We've got it working with social media. Yeah. We've got this mad thing they've invented in the last few years, hate speech, which is the end of free speech. Because who says what hate is? And I'll tell you who says what it is. The person who thinks they've been hated upon. So no word of a lie. Someone could walk up to you in the street and say, hello, mate, you couldn't lend us a couple of quid, could you? And you could say, no, I fucking couldn't. I work hard for my money. I've only got a fiver left and I've got to get something to eat. They can then report you to the police. I asked him for £2 and he said, no, I fucking can't give it to you. I've been working hard, implying that I haven't been working hard, suggesting that he's better than me. I feel offended. That's hateful. And I'm not joking. This isn't hyperbolic. This is how it's now happening in Europe. It doesn't matter whether you intended to be hateful. If they felt hate, if they felt the offence, you could now end up in court. You could now end up having your Twitter history dredged up, your Facebook history dredged up, everything you've ever said on the internet used against you. Well, look what he said here. Oh, turns out this one's a Nazi. Remember those jokes you made 10 years ago when jokes were allowed, when you could say edgy stuff because edgy stuff is funny? Why is edgy stuff funny? Because you're not meant to say it. That's why it's funny. That's why kids swear, because it's funny. Kids sit around. I can remember sitting around with my mates just going, fucking cunt waggle, and just crying with laughter. And then the other one will go, anus cock puzzle. That still got me. Anus cock puzzle. Right? So they've invented all these things. The key line is visible in plain sight. And all they've got is a second-rate censorship that doesn't work. It doesn't work because the technology is there for us to circumvent it. You know, in the old days, they'd stick some gaffer tape over your mouth or chop your head off, guillotine you, or put you in prison. But now, you chuck me off this platform, I'll be on that one. You chuck me off that one, I'll be on that one. And then you get the Streisand effect. Why can't we hear this person? Everyone tunes in. Right? Now, this is where I'm going with all this. They're shutting stuff down for hate. You're not allowed, on so many platforms, you're not allowed to stand up for your ethnic group. I mean, you can, as long as your ethnic group doesn't happen to be European people. You're allowed to stand up and talk about black power. You're allowed to promote it. You're allowed to have links where people can donate to it. You can have an organisation called BLM that managed to get $9 billion out of another group of people's pockets. I wonder where that money went. I'd like to see their... seeing as they're a charity, we should have access to where that money went. I wonder how many district attorneys. I wonder how many judges. I wonder how many police sheriffs. I wonder how many congressmen got that money. Oh, yeah. That's what they'll be doing with that. Here, have this. Have $500,000. You know who we are. You know the people we look after. Well, you look after them as well. You know what I mean? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Never say good night to a blind bat when your mum's doing your bedroom. All that. And hate. You're not allowed to stand up for certain ethnicities on the internet. You can get locked up for it. People lose their channels. People lose their bank accounts. Right? Now, I'm going to show you a little clip now. And this is a trigger warning. Not because you'll be triggered, but if you've got kids in the house, if you've got toddlers in the house, I'd put them in another room. Which, of course, is going to make them want to stay there and watch it. Think of all the things that people have lost channels for. Think of all the things people have said that have had their lives directly affected, their jobs lost, their children attacked at school, the pitiful nothings that they've said. I'm now going to show you about 15 seconds so that I don't get a strike or a community guideline, whatever they call it. I'm going to show you 15 seconds of a YouTube video that has got no age restriction on it. And I checked that. I went into incognito and I watched it, which means there's no age restriction on this. That means 4, 5, 6-year-olds can watch this, right? What I'm about to show you is trending at number 1. This is what YouTube have promoted to number 1. This is what they want more people to see. No age restriction than anything else. Now, bear in mind what people have lost their channels for. People have lost their jobs for. People whose kids have been attacked at school for. People have ended up in prison for. This is YouTube's number 1 trending video. You're going to get about 10 seconds of it. Watch this. Hang on. Let me just get the right one. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, hang on. Let me just, whoa. Let me just get it to the right bit. I did have this all set up, but it's, here we go. Hang on. I just want to get it to the right bit. Right, here we go. Hang on. No age restriction. Remember that.
I can make the party hot. I can make your body rock. Bitches said they fucking with me. Chances are they probably not. If I had a dick, you probably lick it like a lollipop. Hoes speaking Japanese, hit them with karate chops. I'm forever popping shit, pulling up and dropping shit. Gotta argue with them, cause a nigga love a toxic bitch. Niggas out here playing, gotta make them understand. Ain't no ring on my finger, you ain't going on my gram. Set my face bomb, ass tight, back stack of shack height.
That is some of the easiest stuff to watch. Now I'm going to now read you the lyrics to this not age restricted, trending at number one, no age restriction. I'm now going to read you the lyrics. We can have a look at them together. I mean, it's laced with the N word, and I'm just going to say nibber, all right? But now let's have a look at the lyrics of what YouTube have socially engineered to be number one. They want more people to see that, children. Let's have a look at the lyrics to that. Bearing in mind what people have lost channels for. Remember that. Remember what people have lost channels for. Here we go. Intro. Up, 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 A, up, up, look, this is fire. Once upon a time, man, I heard that I was ugly. Came from a bitch who nibber wanna fuck on me. I said my face bomb, arse tight. Rack stacks up shack height. Jewelry on me flashlight. I've been lit since last night. Hit him with that good. Make a nibber act right. Broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. Pre-chorus. Big bang bussin' out the Bentley Bentanglia. Man, Balasania Bardi back and all these bitches fucked. It's big bags bussin' out the Bentley Bentanglia. Man, Birkin bag, Bardi back and all you bitches fucked. Woo. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. Huh, ay. If it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. Huh, woo. I could make the party hot. I could make your body rock. Bitches say they fucking with me. Chances are they're probably not. If I had a dick, you'd probably lick it like a lollipop. Hoes speaking Japanese. Hit them with a karate chop. I'm forever popping shit, pulling up and dropping shit. Gotta argue with him, cause a nibber love a toxic bitch. Nibbers out here playing. Gotta make them understand. If ain't no ring on my finger, you ain't going on my gram. I said my face bomb arse tight. Rack stacks up shack height. Jewelry on me flashlight. I've been lit since last night. Hit him with that good. Make a nibber act right. Broke boys don't deserve a pussy. I know that's right. Now, we can ignore the chorus again because it's much the same stuff. Bitches ain't fucking with me now, and I can see why. Dirty ass, dusty ass bitch, you got a pink eye. Bitches want to smoke until I bring it to their doorstep. Tell that bitch back, breath smell like horse sex. Put it on him now, he will never be the same. Tatted on my ass because I really like the pain. He nutted on my butt. I said, I'm glad that you came. If that nibber had a twin, I wouldn't let him run a train. This is YouTube. Trending number 1. No age restriction. And look at the stuff they get rid of. I want Europe. If you say what the Dalai Lama said, that Europe should be for the Europeans, if you say that too much and put an argument together for that, you can lose your channel. But that, no age restriction. I promise you it's no age restriction. I checked it out. There's a way of doing it. Go incognito. Because if you go incognito, you haven't got a YouTube account then. And then if you try and watch something and it says, nah, you got to sign in because it doesn't know how old you are. But I went incognito, just played it. Children can watch that. Children can watch that. It's porn. And there's a really weird thing that happened because let me tell you about something. In sort of, where would we say, in 18th century France, pornography was largely frowned upon and illegal. You weren't allowed to show. Oh, by the way, I'm on my boy LP's podcast tomorrow. Anyway, oh shit, the girlfriend's coming over. Oh bollocks, I've really fucked it up. Anyway, so what they done? You weren't allowed to show flesh. You weren't allowed to show genitals. So what the pornographers done in 19th century, 18th century France was do really weird stuff that was in a weird way more disgusting because they couldn't show genitals and things. So they used weird props and things. And when I watched that video of Cardi B, I realized that she's doing the same because she can't show straight porn and fucking and nipples and vaginas and things. It's other stuff that's actually more degenerate and grotesque because they're overcompensating. They're trying to make you have a sexual response to it. And it's a really dangerous route to go down. It's a classic example of prohibition. You know, you're not allowed to watch porn on YouTube, so you're going to get stuff that's far more disgusting, if you know what I mean. And to make that point, I've got another video for you. Now, bearing in mind that if you draw some cartoons of certain religious leaders, you can get your offices shot up, and you can get the court shot up, and you can get the country losing their balls to protect the people who are bringing their medieval ideas of blasphemy to the developed West. They get defended, even though they're the murderers. Now I'm going to show you another little clip. This, no age restriction. Listen, and this is another example. Because she can't actually do the porn, listen to the sort of stuff she's saying. In a Christian nation, listen to what this lady is saying. No age restriction. Get on it, teenage girls. Live up to it, teenage girls. Oh, boys, live up. Boys, this is sexuality. Don't worry about the fact that when you're about 18, you won't be able to get it up or orgasm with a girl because you've been hardwired into thinking that sex is a thing about a single person, whereas sex is actually an intimate exchange between two people. But no. You know, that, don't worry. That won't cause you many problems later in life. Yeah, maybe. So let's have a little look at this. Listen to what she's saying. I'll deal with all those super chats and that. Don't worry, people. Now just have a little listen to this. And it's more what she's saying because she's not allowed to do the other stuff. No age restriction. Any fucker can watch this. Whoa, I don't know if you can still hear me, but I'm having a bit of a... Whoa. Sorry, people. I don't know what happened then, but don't worry. We're back on. Can you let me know we're back on? Can you let me know we're back on? Have we got audio and visual? Let me just get to the right bit of this thing again. We all good? Right. Sorry, apologise for that. Let me just sort out. Just get to the entropy again. I've still got all the other entropies, so don't worry. They won't have disappeared. I'll still be reading them out and the other super chats. Right, so remember everything I said. Remember what gets taken off the internet. Remember everything. Remember that because there's this prohibition on what you can't see, so you get this other stuff. Right, hang on. Hang on a minute. Let me just get it to the right bit. Right, so no age restriction. Check this out. Oh, why have I got two of them? How peculiar. Where's the other one? Where's all that then? Hang on. Whoa. You can go. Oh, that's why. You can go. Right, we're good. Now that makes sense. Right, so we finally got there. Here we go. You're not going to get too much of this because it's disgraceful. Listen to what she says in our Christian nation.
Yes, you love our Lord Savior Jesus Christ, don't you? Yeah. Well, show me. Wank your cock. Yeah, nearly tug it off because you're so fucking horny for Jesus. So fucking horny for Jesus. You just think about that. You try really fucking hard. Yeah, because he's watching up there. Did you know? He's watching you wank that cock every single day of your fucking life. To all that filth, to all that porn. Do you think you're gonna get into heaven? Because I fucking don't. So wank that cock. Come on. Come on, you get to come all over my latex nun titties if you do. Yeah? Come on. Wank for Jesus. Wank for Jesus. Come on.
And you know what does me? What does me is as a measure of how broken our society is, as a measure of how broken our men have become. This kind of material is just shocking. And don't get me wrong, I'm no kind of prude. You know, I've had threesomes out of my head on amphetamines for 3 or 4 days on the trot. And it was because I was damaged. It was because I was broken. It was because I was sexually abused. It was because porn was promoted to us as a people. Because that isn't anything about sexuality. That isn't. That's dealing with damage. That's dealing with mental problems. And what the danger of that is for young people. For young people, they haven't got any idea how to know the difference between that. And you know the amount when I was like in my late teens. Give me a 1 in the chat, right? Give me a 1 in the chat. Anyone who's between 35, 34, 33 is all right. Anyone who's between 35 and 50, right? Give me a 1 in the chat if you noticed how many girls, when you were teenagers and early 20s, were suddenly bisexual. Not in the green hair social justice way, but were quite happy to have sex with women, with their boyfriend. Yeah, I like women too. And it wasn't because they were. It was because they felt the need. They felt the need to be like the women that they saw their boyfriends chaffing off to in the fucking pile of magazines under the bed or the fucking 20 gigabytes of porn on their computer. And for a woman who's got absolutely no sexual interest in another woman's body, to pretend that she has, so that her boyfriend might love her, is a fucking disgrace. It's a fucking disgrace. And these things, this is another classic concrete example. These are the kind of concrete examples that you can talk to normies about when you want to get them to understand the damage that has been inflicted upon our people. Now, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you have to have some Christian love life where you both give each other a kiss on the lips, you put it in and go, yes, I'm humping. Yes, I'm humping. I mean, you can have the most outrageous, filthy sex with someone you love, but it's based on intimacy. It's based on a journey between two people who've got to know each other as people, who've got to know each other as lovers, and have explored their desires between themselves, which is so far away from a prescribed sexuality that tells you how you do it and what you do. And the main pang 2021 about it is, this is all about individuals. All porn that I've ever seen is masturbatory. It's not about two people. It's all about one person, because it's meant to be looked at by one person. And so humans, notably European people, are growing up and they're being taught a sexuality, the wonderful, beautiful, exciting, desire-based and an incredible sex life that is meant to be about two people. They're being taught about it as a wanking thing. And the problem with that is I feel so sorry for those teenagers and those couples in their young 20s, because the geezer is having sex with his missus and he's just wanking into her. He's using a whole body, a girl who he undoubtedly loves, but he's got no idea about sex. He's got no idea about intimacy. The intimacy has been taken away. Why? Because intimacy makes us strong, because it makes us collectivize again. It makes individuals come together. And when a man and a woman come together, they're strong and they have strong families. And again, that's been attacked. They've taken the intimacy out of sexuality. They've taken the two-person element out of sexuality. And so you've got men wanking in the woman they love. They're just sitting there thinking about porn, head in the pillow. Oh, that film I watched last night was wicked. While their girlfriend's just laying there thinking, this doesn't feel very close. This doesn't feel very, I just feel like I'm being pumped. It's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. They make intimate porn now. Yeah, people don't want intimate porn. People don't want, but intimacy is far too scary for people. They've taken it out of everyone. They don't want intimacy in our lives. They want to keep taking us down to the least divisible unit, which is the individual, that all it can do is consume. Give me a 1 in the chat, ladies, if you've ever had sex and you've known full well that the geezer fucking you is thinking about someone else. Only ladies. I mean, we don't have too many here, but we have more than most. I'm up to about 17% of my viewers are women, which is cool. Marzipan said yes. There you go. Look, what an horrible thing for a young woman to go through. What an horrible thing for a young woman to go through. And you know what? That's when they're that young. How's that going to change? Is that going to get worse or better as they get older? Rebecca says, I've had other girls in the bed just to please the bloke. Yeah, I've had threesomes and all sorts of shit like that. And yeah, just to please the bloke. How did you feel about it, Rebecca? Was that nice? Was that nice watching the man you loved more aroused by the other women? Did it bring you closer together? And look, this isn't me. This is really important that I'm not. This isn't me being a prude. I mean, wait till you read my novel, and people who've read Tired, etc., will know. But you know, there's human desire, and there's sexuality, and there's intimacy between couples, and that can involve other people. But it has to be about communication and a journey that you're both on. Not just feeling fucking obliged, feeling that you're not coming up, you're not meeting the standards because he'll run off with someone else because she'll do it. You know, I can just remember every girl was bisexual all of a sudden. Anyway, a peculiar stream. Let's go through some entropies and some donations. If you want to we've got 300 people watching tonight. Lovely for a Friday afternoon. If you want to get a donation in or an entropy or a super chat in now, do it now and we'll go through them all together. You've got about 5 minutes to sort it off. Nicholas says, jerk off to porn, finish, then watch the same porn without jerking off. You feel horrible and embarrassed. Nicholas, I've told this story on this channel before. I had a girlfriend years ago, And she said to me, "You'll like this, Nicholas." And for anyone else who hasn't heard it, listen to this. This girl said to me, she said, "You can wank over as much porn as you want." She said, "I'll tell you what, I'll wank you while you watch it. I'll kneel down in between your legs and suck you while you watch it, if you want." And I was like, "Yeah, all right." And she said, one caveat though. Once you've come, I want you to watch exactly the same amount of porn in terms of time as you did when you were wanking. I didn't even have to do the experiment. I just went, "No, fuck that." Fuck that. Because all men will tell you this. Men in the chat, men, give me a 1 if the minute, I mean, I'm terrible at coming. Once that spunk's coming out, while it's still coming out, I'm done. I'm finished. I don't give a fuck about sex. While it's still coming out, I'm thinking, right, what football's on later? I think I've got to do the ironing or something. It's over. It's over for me. Give me a 1 in the chat, men, if you've wanked over porn ever. Give me a 1 if you've ever wanked over porn, and when you finished, you felt good. You were like, yeah, that was a good one. Nice one, porn. I feel really proud of myself. I mean, you have. I haven't. It's a shameful. It's humiliating. It humiliates you. We're warriors. We're lovers. We take women and we pleasure them and we make them love us. We don't sit there looking over pictures going or flicking through our little fucking, how big is that? That little screen trying to get the fucking money shot. No, not her. No, next one. No, next one. Oh, I'm going to come. Oh, no, not her. No, not. Oh, God, she's got a moustache. Anyone ever felt great after a wank? No. Not humiliated over having a wank. Humiliated over wanking over porn. Toomey enjoyed it. Oh, no, fair play. That one, yeah. Oh, well, I got myself in the eye once, but come on, that's slightly different. It's a humiliating thing. They've taken the piss out of us. Exactly. Un petit mort, a little death. Marzipan, I don't watch it enough to have enough data to analyse my behaviour. But people, you know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm getting at. I hope that this has been this stream might have seemed like it was a bit all over the place, but I feel like I have made the point I was wanting to make. Censorship is a joke. You can see that kind of nonsense and that kind of that damaging stuff trending on YouTube, and yet you can lose your channel, your bank account, your job for daring to say that you think your ethnicity has got some value. That isn't a bad thing. That's a natural thing. And it's only one ethnicity that ain't allowed to do it. Oh, good Lord. It's horrible, isn't it? It's all right. They got a couple of like porn mags there from like 4 years ago, all dog ended and all bit. Fucking hell, you could at least buy a new mag. Jesus. King Corona says, "Are you supposed to splink? I just eat popcorn." Just sitting watching porn, not even wanking. That is really peculiar. Look at that. I call it a cul-de-sac, a revolving door of sexual misery. You know, and fair play to you, Scrubs, for being honest, because It's easy to give it a big in here and go, no, I fucking love it. But no, because we don't do that here. We tell the truth here because we learn about reality and we get stronger. We learn about ourselves and we improve ourselves. And that's what we do here. And that's why this is one of the best streams in the world. And I fucking love it. And every single one of you. Right, let's deal with these super chats and entropies. Let's have a look what we got here. Hang on a minute. I reckon I can get these if I do it like this, actually. Let's try it. Okay, send some communum. Hello, me Cocker. Are you all right, son? He said, a Catholic priest showed me how to have a wank. And he said, when you're 13, you can use your own willy. Send some. Just finished for the week, mate. All the best. Salutations to the scrubs. Nice one, Sensum. Always a pleasure to see you. Brad James said this. There's a place for being single and being in lust in people's lives. Hang on. There is a place for being single and being in lust in people's lives. I've worked behind cameras in porn and there was camaraderie. Yeah, I'm not disputing that. But it's the effect that industry has on people as a whole. You know, there's camaraderie in terrorism, but they'll still blow your fucking family up. Alan, my friend Alan says, sorry I'm late, my friend. You're all right. Brad James says, these vids make me more bent. All that talk of heterosexuality has done you. Plastic African said, kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Ed from Queens is enjoying Cardi B's brilliant lyrics. Rodzilla 5332. Nice to see you, Rod. I was on the stream when you talked about supporting nationalists around the world, and I thought it was a great idea. We can earn a lot from groups that have been successful, like the Hindus. Yeah, exactly. I was into it. I spoke about that sort of stuff about 6 months ago. The amount of grief I got for it, and I suddenly realised, I thought, there's a load of nationalists who just don't like foreigners, and I don't want anything to do with them, because as a nationalist, I want all people to have their own ancestral homelands. Picking Gaz. Thanks, Rod, for the donation. Thanks, everyone, so far for the donations. Picking Gaz said, well, glad I started trading. Cheers, Danger. I prefer crypto, though. They move faster and the gains are higher. I'm doing all right. Get on it, scrubs. Yeah, but crypto moves faster down as well. Don't forget that. But I'm glad you started trading. You know, learn how it works. Get part of it. Chrissy says, have a lovely day with Mrs. Danger tomorrow. We'll do. And we done Cold Cheer and Brian and Packer and Ledden already. Nice one, people. Absolutely lovely. Thank you for all those donations. And thank you all for an absolutely wonderful stream. I think we had a real corker tonight. I knew I had some tricky points to make. I knew I had some quite unpleasant footage to show you, but I think it was handled sensitively. And how mad will this be if I get a strike for that video because of the material I used in it, even though it's all right on other people's channels because they're Cardi B. Amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. And that's happened before, by the way. Don't think that hasn't happened. Atheism is Unstoppable used footage from other people's videos and got banned for nudity. And he's like, yeah, but I used it from another YouTube video that's had 4 million hits. And they were like, yeah, don't care. You still got a strike. Wow. Hello, Brad. Nice one. Remember, though, that I have a different perspective. You put men together without consequences, you get the 80s. Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, because I lived in Soho for so long, Brad, I was the only straight in the village. And when I used to go into the I occasionally used to go to the gay AA meetings just because it was another meeting I could go to, and they all had HIV. You know, the lot of them. And a lot of damage through porn. A lot of damage through porn. And a lot of those gay lads used to say while they were sharing, you know, they wanted love. They wanted love in gay relationships, but there was this sort of expectation that you were going to be like, you know, what goes on in those, much the same as what goes on in heterosexual porn. It's an absolute farce. No, I don't know. Pipe Williams, Diamond Hands, nah, mine paid, but I sold out, mate. After they done that 2 days where they got the hedge funds off the hook, there's no point having Diamond Hands. They fucked it. They absolutely fucked it. Billy Blog said, did they ever get cured of the addiction to gayness? Billy, you'll have to ask your boyfriend, mate. It's not something I can answer. Okay, people, it's been an absolute pleasure. No streams tomorrow. I might be. I can't believe I've just. Let me just check my calendar. I think I've fucking booked on to go. You know, I hypocrite. I'm going on his channel, but I think I've just realised. My missus is going to be pissed. Midnight tomorrow night. Shit. She might be asleep by then anyway. We'll see. All right, people. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, Mosaic Labrador, for moderating the stream. Thank you, Rags, for keeping an eye on Twitch. Thank you to everyone who chipped in the chat. Thank you for everyone who donated. Thanks for everyone who sat back and just enjoyed the stream. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I will catch up with you. You'll probably be able to see me on Sex Wars, which is iHypocrite's live stream where he has guests on. It will be me, and it's me and someone else tomorrow. I don't know who. He's probably going to set me up with someone to give me a load of grief. But it should be a good show. If I am doing it, if it does go through, you'll see it all over Telegram and on my community chat and in the Scrubs Rising group. No, I have to do it, Moslab. I have to. But in fairness, Moslab, she'll probably be in bed by then. She's not like me. She ain't up all night. So I don't think she'll mind if I do a stream at midnight. I'll ask her in the morning, and if she does, I will cancel it. But I think she'll be all right. It's just doing the morning and the afternoon stream. It breaks up the day. But if she goes to bed at 11:30, she ain't gonna mind me being in here chatting away. She'll be fine with it. Okay, people. I won't see you tomorrow morning. I won't see you tomorrow in the afternoon. But you might see me on iHypocrite. Look out for the links. It'll be a good show. Take care, people. Look after the people you love and let them know you love them, because we often don't tell them enough. And believe me, they need it. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da!
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. The joy of loving is to live in the world of man. There's someone who's waiting for you. Soon the world will be yours for a time. Music starts to play, night will turn to day, darkness disappears.
Yeah, give us a like, people. It really helps the channel. Nice one, Riddler, for that $5.
Loves the lovers, all the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of man and God. There's a place that is waiting for you, a world where the best in life is free, where time is always spring, happiness is king. The dreams you dream come true when the one you love loves you. You're in man.
Also, a special thank you to oh, I thought I was going to chop everything up there. To Dual Citizen, who also helped out with the modding. Take care, everyone. Ta-da!
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land, a man to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of man and God.
La 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 do 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 do. Yeah 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 yeah.